How'd you get into real estate?
I've always loved it, honestly. I've always really liked going to open homes. I do feel the pressure.
Exactly. So, did you have any experience in real estate before you got your license?
None. I got my license right when I turned 18, so there's really nothing I could do. I mean, I've watched my parents property manage their rentals, and I always loved that. I thought that was really great.
Did you ever watch HGB?
Oh, yeah.
Selling Sunset?
Yes.
$1 Million Listings?
Literally addicted to Selling Sunset.
How does Selling Sunset relate to your experience as a real estate agent now?
Absolutely nothing like that at all. No, on my TikTok, I'm constantly posting, like, if you want to get into real estate because of Selling Sunset, don't. Because that's not it.
Exactly.
Maybe once you're established and once you have that strong foundation, but starting out, hell no.
So, we also just did a cold call. Your first cold call, right?
My first cold call.
How'd that go? How'd you think?
I got shot down. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm super sensitive, but that got to me a little bit. Seriously.
Exactly. You cried a little bit afterwards.
Yeah, a little tear, a little shed.
Exactly. So, we have Q&A questions.
Yes, we do. So our first question is, what's the biggest mistake people make when trying to sell their house? You go first.
They don't call me.
Hey!
Well,
that's a good one.
I would say they don't prep it.
Yes.
So, like, even for the pictures, you see sometimes on MLS, some pictures are horrible, and the lawn's not cut, and they haven't updated their home, or they haven't done the stuff that's needed that a realtor should tell them what they need to do before they get ready. And also, overpricing listing, that's also a bad thing. What about you?
I totally agree. I think decluttering is the most important thing. Nobody wants to go into a house where they feel like the walls are shrinking in on them. And also, a fresh coat of paint can really transform a house.
Yes, it can.
I mean, like, if you paint your walls like this color, from like a
Neutral
dark
colors.
purple.
Needs to be neutral colors.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I went to showing a few weeks ago, and it was for a flip. And I stepped on a mouse. Totally serious.
Shut up.
Stepped on a mouse. There's mold up to the wall ceilings in the basement. It was horrible.
I'm assuming that you didn't write an offer.
I know you didn't. No.
Okay, good.
Exactly. It's the stuff that you don't.
I mean,
see
it is a flip, but
yeah,
exactly. That's the stuff you don't see. I mean, I'm sure they don't do flips.
Yeah.
But when you're starting out, you definitely do.
All right. Next question.
How important? Oh, I guess that's kind of the same. How important is staging to the selling process?
It depends. It depends on the property, I think.
I mean, if you're selling like $1 million house,
of course, you want to make it seem like staging's good to make it feel like so people can see that they live there. But also these new developments that are out, they have the neutral colors, they have the move-in ready feel. So staging doesn't really do much benefit.
What is that? What's that called? Key turn.
Key turn. Yes, exactly. The key turning feel, so that people don't need to feel like they don't need to see what it'll look like.
Yeah.
It already feels like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, how can a buyer make their offer stand out?
In this market, that's very important.
Yes. I would say
conventional
I don't
loan.
recommend it. Yes, obviously conventional loan or VA loan.
FHA is not working right now.
FHA is not. Do not do an FHA loan. You're gonna lose it. No, honestly, like waiving contingency, which I don't like to say.
With realtors, we can't say that. No, we can. We can say it. No, but you can recommend it. It's always because everything's up to the client.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I recommended it. She didn't choose it.
Exactly.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna put in my opinion.
Exactly.
Not that I would exactly recommend that, but if you want to win, that's what you have to do.
Exactly.
Another thing is, I actually just spoke with one of my clients about this. Being willing to pay the difference if the appraisal doesn't go.
That was a problem with my last one, with
Yeah.
my last buyer. So we went so far to say that my buyer, who's a first-time home buyer, that we were looking for about 2 months, put in 5 different offers. We said that we were willing to pay for the whole appraisal, like everything,
Wow.
like to keep the deal going.
Right.
We still lost it.
My mentor was just telling me that she put in an offer, waived all contingencies, did the appraisal up to like $25,000, like above whatever. What else did she do? I think they offered like 70,000 over. I don't know how much the house was, but like it was insane, and they still lost.
It's crazy.
It's so competitive.
But there's those little tricks, like to winning the deal is the difference between somebody going to buy by themselves and using a realtor.
Yeah. Yeah,
Exactly.
I see what you're doing. Yeah, honestly, like that's our job, is to read over contracts and really master the contracts. I sent a contract to a first-time home buyer, and she had a lot of questions, which is good. But imagine if she didn't have me to answer those.
Exactly. You just sat in a contract class.
Yeah.
A few minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly. We do continuing education like all the time. So, let's see what else we have. These are all kind of like staging.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
How would you recommend? This is getting off buyer seller. How would you recommend a new realtor network?
Absolutely recommend it 100%. Real estate's all about who you know, quite honestly. And I thought that was the fun. If you know the right people, you're gonna make it far. And if you put yourself in the right places, like we were just talking about earlier, you can prey on opportunities, but you can't prey on money.
Exactly.
If you just sit here and like, let me get the money, money come to me, it's not gonna work.
Exactly.
But if I'm like, please, like, let me meet you, right? Like, you reached out to me and we talked, and now we're making this. Hello.
Exactly.
It's all about collaboration and working with each other and supporting each other. A lot of people on social media, like, I've been getting like kind of rude comments from other agents, and I'm like, how do you have time to be doing that? Shouldn't you be showing a house?
You're talking about social media?
Yeah. Other realtors hating on other realtors.
Oh yeah, realtor hate is not
It's insane. Like, go show a house.
Exactly.
Put that energy somewhere else.
Especially, like, there's different types of realtors. Realtors do different things to brand themselves and everything. One isn't better than the other.
Yeah, everybody's different.
Exactly. What works for one person works for somebody else. Like the realtor that just left, she was like, what'd she say? She said that she's gonna stick with Facebook.
Yeah.
She's not gonna go to TikTok and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Even in your offices, like, there's still people who are trying to like discourage you to make themselves feel better, which is honestly a shame, because they could be putting that energy into finding a home for a client.
Exactly. Well, isn't that most of the drama in Selling Sunset? Like,
yeah.
they're beefing because everyone's
And like, you guys see, I mean, obviously that stuff's like pretty staged and like set up to become an argument, but like, if they actually did that in the real world, they would not be selling houses. They would not be successful. You have to work together.
Exactly.
But how would you recommend? Did you drop out of college?
I never went.
You never went.
I never went.
What would you recommend to other people who aren't going to college and just like doing real estate full time?
I'd recommend. So it depends on the profession. Sales profession is one thing, but if you're trying to be a doctor, if you're trying to be a lawyer, if you're trying to be something like that, I'd recommend 100% go to college, like, because you need to learn. But for sales jobs, you learn from experience. And they have business management, they have marketing, they have all this other stuff in college, but to learn how to market,
You have
That's
to do it.
exactly. That's TikTok. That's YouTube. That's stuff that they aren't teaching about marketing.
Yeah.
Business management, you learn from actually doing the business. And being a realtor, you learn from your mentor. You learn from going out with clients. You don't learn contracts in college. You learn contracts from actually doing it. So
Yeah.
it depends on what you're doing.
I definitely agree.
Right. What advice would you give to young realtors that are trying to get into the business?
Definitely go out and get a job, whether it's like at selling knives. Like I know some people start off their sales experience with selling knives. Anything that you can do to get yourself used to talking to people that you don't know and getting comfortable just speaking, not freezing up, not being nervous, not thinking, oh my gosh, I sound so stupid. That helps.
Yeah.
That's something I honestly wish I had a few jobs. Like I'm 19, so I think I got my first job at 16, and it was like working with people. So like that helped, but I honestly could still use some help.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier. Oh, we were talking about the college thing. I understand. I like your point of view too. How you go to college because you want to have that backup plan, because real estate, you're on commission. So you mentioned that people go get a job so you learn to talk to people. Also, you have that backup plan from college, so that's great. And then also, I know some realtors that do DoorDash and stuff on the side. So they can pick their times and everything that they work, and they can work with their clients and all that stuff. So you gotta figure out what works best for you.
Yeah. I mean, definitely in your first couple of months of real estate, it's tough. Like we were talking earlier about like this is not what we thought it was.
Exactly.
It's not what it's advertised to be. There's so much more work that goes into closing a deal. Like it's not just, oh my god, you love this house, okay, let's write a contract. Okay, it's accepted. Absolutely not. There's strategy. Like there's you sit down with your buyer and have strategy sessions.
Exactly, and you go out whenever they want you to go out, basically. Yeah.
I mean, maybe once you're experienced, you can set your hours, but starting off, I mean, my client texted me at 11:30 yesterday at night.
Yeah.
Like, there's no hours
exactly
that you're working. What else? Ooh, how do you qualify your buyers?
How do I qualify my buyers? Okay, so what I do is, first off, get pre-approved. I tell them to get pre-approved. That on its own, when they go to the mortgage lender does the qualification, and they will check their credit score, check all that stuff to make sure they have the funds, and then to make sure that they're serious with buying and selling. I never do anything without having them sign, and I send them ton of listings beforehand to see what their interest is, and I also wait to see what they like their responses, because if they actually focus on listing, then they're more serious. If they're looking on their own, then they're more serious. And then you also have to watch how long you're working with this person, and if they're putting in offers, then they're probably not serious, or if they're putting in offers above what they can afford, they probably aren't that serious. So there's little tricks that you gotta do.
Definitely. Here's what you shouldn't do if you're trying to buy a house. You should not pull up to settlement with a new car, because you will be going home without a house.
But you have the new car.
But you will have a new car. I mean, you can live in your car if you like. When we were talking about pre-qualifying, make sure that all your cash is in the bank so that it's like proof. Because my cousin's boyfriend is buying a house and his brother pays him rent in cash. So he had like a couple of thousand, I think it was like 10,000-15,000 bucks in cash. Sounds sketchy. He's in the Marines. It's fine. No, but
Make sure it's in the bank because it counts. So it counts.
Exactly. Yeah, that's more to your assets. If you just haven't, call it mattress money. That's what I call it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Put it under your mattress.
Okay, you can go ahead and follow me on social media: Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, any of the above. C Smith Investings. Go check me out. And
you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Adriana. Oh shit, I changed it. I changed it.
What you changed
The
it to?
Gen Z Realtor.
The Gen Z Realtor.
Do you not like that?
I know, I like that.
Okay.
I noticed that yesterday. I was like,
Yeah, I changed it.
that's
It was
sick.
AdrianaBernardi.re.
I was
But
like,
that's so long.
I was like, how did you get the Gen Z Realtor?
No, I have a period.
Oh.
The period Gen Z. But I found the guy. He only has like 20 followers, so I'm gonna try to buy it off him. But I have to wait because I just changed it.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at well, I guess I shouldn't say the. Let me try again. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at the.GenZRealtor.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow, make sure you like, make sure you comment, and see you next time.